Hey guys, it's All Up Blitzel here, and today I'm back with a secret deck that nobody wants you to know about. In all seriousness, this is a list that Tord posted on his Twitter page about a list he was seriously considering bringing into OCIC. This is a Shadow Rider Calyrex deck with a Radiant Eternatus, and back after Crown Zenith came out, I wanted to make a Radiant Eternatus video. I just never got around to doing it. And now with Tord posting his list, and after myself playing a few games with it, the deck felt pretty good. So it definitely has a very interesting matchup spread, and I'll talk about that over the upcoming games. He said the reason he did not bring it to OCIC was its Lugia matchup was not good enough, which I can definitely understand, but its other matchups do feel quite solid. So this deck, I do think is worth experimenting with, and yeah, so I will explain a few of the stranger cards. Wyrdeer V is insane because that Frontier Road ability lets you move any energies to it when it becomes into the active spot, so you're like pumping a ton of energies to all your Shadow Riders, and then you can move the Wyrdeer in, and with that Sky Seal Stone, take 4 prizes on a VMAX or something like that. Drapion also has great synergy with that Sky Seal Stone. Articuno helps to get energies into play quicker with that Cruel Charge ability. That one Espeon, because it does help us in that Lugia and Lost Box matchup. I mean, we can cheat it down with Radiant Eternatus. Lady is a supporter card that's really never seen any play, but it's great because it can sometimes just basically draw 6 cards and do 90 more damage. Cheryl helps us heal Roxanne for the disruption. Skyla can help us find our one of tools or one of stadiums. Boss for that little Gus, research for that power draw. 4/4/2 ball search cards that doesn't make this deck quite consistent. Net to pick up our Articuno, Eternatus, Pumpkaboo. Pal Pad because we play a very thin supporter line. Recycler so we can reuse some energies. Balloons so we can pivot between our guys easily. 4 Seal Stone for games where we don't need the Sky Seal for a little consistency boost. Sky Seal for, of course, that Drapion and Wyrdeer. A 1 Temple, 1 Collapse. The Collapsed Stadium is mainly for Reggies, as I will explain in a bit. And the Temple of Sinnoh is also nice against Reggies, but chiefly for Lugia. So, as I said, I really enjoyed playing this deck. So if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing and leaving a like on this video. It helps out a lot. And I want to thank all you guys who showed up to my live stream yesterday afternoon. I had a great time, and I was pleasantly surprised with all the interactions that we had, so definitely something I want to do again. I don't know when I will be able to find time to do it again, but it's definitely something I try to make time for. So yeah, once again, thank you guys. You are awesome. So enjoy the battles. All right, get into our first game here. We're going first. That is amazing. With a deck like Shadow Rider, going first is incredibly important. Getting that first turn of evolving. I mean, in standard is always important, but with decks like this, it's even more important. So Dunsparce means instantly we're against Lugia, and unfortunately our Espeon is our opening hand, so we cannot Radiant Eternatus into play, so we will just quick ball and get rid of it. Grab that Radiant E-turn. Well then, Balloon on the active for sure. I think I could touch the energy too, but I'm going to just Climactic Gate, set up both Calyrex. So not our strongest first turn ever, but it was still okay. We got both Calyrexes down. Now, but not being able to get the Espeon down, it's just such it feels bad. Just Burnett right off the bat for my opponent. So not going to be seeing a ton of cards this turn. There's a Trekking Shoes in Lugia, that's different. Ultra Ball. Shoes could, I definitely think, make its way into Lugia post rotation, but right now I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense. I've just so many better ways, like, I mean, Quick Ball, Ultra Ball, Incense is already super efficient. That's a Regenerative Energy. Okay. This is Binder Lugia, I suppose, but so I will Underworld Door a couple times. Collapse Stadium's interesting, but I don't think I need it in this matchup. So I will net up my... I don't really want to Marnie my opponent either, just considering how weak their first turn was. But I could for sure. This is very tough, because I don't really want to bench a Lumineon here, but also I don't want to Marnie them because they only have a 2-card hand and didn't do very much. So I'm going to go for a research and just sort of bank on my opponent not having much. I can then Fog Crystal down another Calyrex. I have that Lady in hand to find plenty of energies. And I'll max Geist for the knockout on this Dunsparce. So, good start for us, but if our opponent can punish us with like an amazing Yveltal, and of course they have a research, so VIP Pass 2 in Lugia. Dang, this is quite the strange list. Regenerative Energy is just not, I mean, it's just outclassed by so many other energies in this format. I think there was a Lugia list early on, like at LAC, that was playing like, was it playing, no, I'm thinking something else, never mind. So there is, gonna go Archeops down, and Amazing Gear Yveltal. So unfortunately, it appears Calyrex is going down. So this is horrible. Yeah, we have to be able to respond to this Yveltal immediately. We'll need to find another Calyrex in order to do so. So, yikes. I'll promote my Crobat, and we really need to find a very nice top deck. Sky Seal Stone's not going to cut it. I opted not to play the Lady here because I wanted to leave my options open to drop another supporter card. I definitely think I could have played Lady to thin out the deck. But yeah, we should end up having to find Temple of Sinnoh is nice because it means my opponent cannot use that Yveltal, but they can just bump it with a Tempest Dive, and they're gonna be. I don't want to let them punch into a Calyrex. I'm taking one no matter what. I'm just like really in a rough spot. So yeah. So I definitely probably could have and should have played the Lady first. I was just like trying to leave all my options open, and I think it sort of backfired because I didn't even have Lumineon to find a supporter. Already was down my research and Marnie, so I think I should have played it the Lady first, just get maximum odds to draw that Calyrex. So because now they just retreat and knock us out with. Wait, that's both there. Why did they do that? They put 200 on the active. They can't. They probably turbo to the wrong guy. And they need to find a stadium counter now. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. They pass. Wow, we can just take this knockout now. And now we're in a great spot. Okay, this turn. Alright, yeah, my opponent definitely misclicked there. Got away with one, but we get to go first again. This hand is. I never like starting Pyukumuku, but also can't really start Drapion blind. I'd rather open the Pyukumuku because I can scoop up net it later. See a Sobble, which probably means Palkia, Inteleon, or like Frostmoth Box or something like that. Unfortunately, our Radiant Eternatus is prized, which is very tragic. So I'll just have to find the Calyrex and pass. So yeah, not very spectacular first turn for me, but they just keep calling. So I feel a little better about my poor hand then. Wyrdeer off the top doesn't really get us too far, so I'm just going to attach the energy to this Calyrex V and then Marnie. I don't want to ditch the psychic energy. So I can bench the Calyrex V, Crobat for 3, hopefully start to get something moving. I find a VMAX. If we find VMAX and net, so we actually can attack and KO a Sobble, so very optimal draw off that Crobat. Draw a Calyrex for the next turn. Cheryl Recycler, right, Pyukumuku for 1. Lady's not a bad find. So we'll just max guys for the knockout. And hopefully that Marnie put my opponents to 4 and really just slow them down even more. Because they didn't have a very strong first turn, but it's always plausible that they had Drizzile in hand. Yep, and there's a Drizzile, so they're able to get going a little bit, but they didn't get a Palkia down or like Snom or any sort of thing that would threaten my board state. So they grab a Quick Ball, so we're about to find out what their win condition is. Dream Ball. I mean, I have really been thinking about like some Dream Ball decks lately, like after Sanders' crazy Dream Ball control deck from Bokum, but oh, it's Ice Rider? Okay. Ice Rider v Shadow Rider, that classic matchup. And this is interesting. Because I'd like to Gust and kill that Shadow Rider, but I don't think I can. I can put 3 energies in play next turn. I mean, if I have to an Articuno, basically, to Articuno and Boss to take that knockout, so pretty unlikely. They did. Wait, double turbo on. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my goodness. So there's another shady deal. So will we see another Calyrex? Are they going to? I mean, they already played a Pats the Peak, which is pretty annoying for us. Might have to Skyla for a stadium bump, but we'll see. Take my opponent a moment here. They covered Ultra Ball, so that could just be pocketing it for next turn to find an Inteleon or a Calyrex VMAX. Belt on the Calyrex. They're playing that Ultra Ball down. So interesting to see what they find, because they already made Palkia. Double Water, so we have no reason I should have VMAX for next turn. Why did they do that? they're just like open, like one giant Marnie bait there. Alright, well they're gonna net and pass it back on over to me. So I don't mind taking this one prize here because I can go one prize off the Sobble and then just close the game out with a Sky Seal Stone Wyrdeer. So I'm going to grab this Temple of Sinnoh and then be able to use that Underworld Door, find that Psychic to Underworld Door, so we're accelerating a lot of energies. I'm going to Quick Ball out the Roxanne, I think, grab another Calyrex V. So we have another Quick Ball to find the Wyrdeer, Lady to give us plenty of energies, and push with that Underworld Door. So looking pretty solid to find that Wyrdeer on the next turn to get that big one shot. Another Lady is unnecessary, but we'll also take it. So they promote their Calyrex, unsurprisingly. They will evolve, so probably going to be looking for a Melanie play with the shitty dealings. That's all but guaranteed. So we're gonna see like a Ride of the High King or a Max Lance, but shouldn't be one-shotting us, so I think we are fine. And then we're going to go for the big Wyrdeer play, so I'm excited to hopefully pull this off. We did use our Skyla, so it might be hard to find it. They will level ball thin out the... Oh, they bench me. I don't know why they did that, but there's a double deal with the Inteleon. Probably a bucket if they need the water energy, and maybe another path to the peak, which would be pretty bad for us. Nope, just Melanie Incense. Didn't they already play Melanie? I'm confused. So they will Incense down another Calyrex, and they draw the High King. I guess it's just 2 colorless energies. We top deck the Calyrex VMAX, which is awesome. Oh, ladies, this means we can see 6 cards deeper with Underworld Doors. And we just need to find that Sky Seal. So I'm going to Quick Ball out the other Lady and find the Wyrdeer, and all we need to do is find that Sky Seal Stone. So 1 Underworld Door, 2nd Underworld Door. There it is. So we're going to be able to pull this play off. Oh, this is going to be awesome. And this is why I wanted to include this game, even though it's not exactly against a meta matchup, is it just showed how explosive this deck can be, and how insane that Wyrdeer is as a card, because we got that early 2 prizes, and then we just closed out with a big 4 prize whack with that Side Shield Bash. So I was definitely very happy with that game. That I know it wasn't against like Lugia or RC Duraludon or some mainstream matchup where you use that Wyrdeer, but I was still able to illustrate it. So I was okay keeping it in there. So we're going first once again. So we've gotten very fortunate with these coin flips. I will attack. Okay, yeah, we'll Quick Ball, and let's just find our Eternatus. We have Lady in hand, so it'd be pretty bonkers if we could take this knockout on the Raikou turn 2. So we will just get down double Calyrex, likely playing against a Vikavolt deck. Honestly, I feel fine going into Vikavolt. Oh, Mareep, so this means it's Flaffy Box, which could be pretty scary if they can Dynamotor onto a Drapion a couple times, but and Paralysis sounds horrible because we played no physical switches. We just have Air Balloons to reduce our retreat cost. So in hindsight, I should have grabbed an Espeon VMAX, but we will know better for next time. So they have a Research, venting a Snorlax, which is a pretty efficient attacker in this matchup for them. 2 shots are Calyrexes. So they're off to quite the strong start with double Mareep. Opening Raikou is a bit unfortunate for them, especially if we can find this knockout, which would be a bit of a reach, but we might be able to get there if we can like draw an Articuno or something. So there's a Trekking Shoes. So getting that Zekrom down is very scary. And onto my turn, so I will Lady get 4 Psychic Energies out of the deck, and I can see at least 4 more cards. So we'll Underworld Door once, Underworld Door a second time. So you're drawing some quick balls. I can just ultra out both balls and get the other Calyrex. I could maybe held one of the balls and got rid of a Air Balloon, but this is probably still fine. I probably should have got rid of the Air Balloon because now we should drew a Fog Crystal, so we can still get the Articuno, and we have this knockout. Crazy. Wow. So yeah, I just grabbed our Articuno, put 2 on with that Cruel Charge, attached to the bench guy, and that is 7 energies, so I turn to 210. So very happy with that start. And yeah, it's gonna be, the Paralysis is going to be a pain though. Yeah, I'm not, might be using Skyla for net and using Climactic Gate to set up a Espeon next turn. So our opponent promotes that Radiant Greninja. Articuno could be a solid attacker too in this matchup to like KO a Flaffy on my opponent's bench and leave it just a single prizer in the active spot. So they're just going to go for concealed cards. They're down 5 lightnings, so they have more than enough to attack with the Zekrom. Another trekking shoes. So they need a lightning from hand and a switching card. So there's a lot of lightning from hand. There's Dynamotor number 1, Dynamotor number 2. So yeah, they just need that switching card. So hopefully they don't have it, because otherwise this Calyrex is going to be stranded. But okay, there's a Marnie. That's a bit unfortunate because our hand was pretty good, but darn. So this hand's still fine. We can Temple of Sinnoh to replace the stadium and then just research. Oh, they missed a switch. That is amazing. So in top of the Seal Stone, so I'm just going to start Alchemy for the boss and just knock out that Zekrom. Alright, now I feel a lot better about things. We'll drop the Temple of Sinnoh too, so it's a lot harder for them to find a Zekrom, and if they're playing Speed Lightning, that won't work either. So there is a Drapion off the prize. It's not meaningful by any stretch in this matchup, but they're going to go for another concealed cards. So that's a lot of energy is exhausted for them. They found the switching card a turn too late, but they still could pressure us with a Snorlax, which would be not great. So there is an attachment. Yep, so we will get thumped into, so finding a Cheryl would be amazing, but we're going to be playing research in all likelihood, so. Oh, a judge, okay, so that changes things. Not actually that much, though. I mean, we can Crobat, which, yeah, we can net up the Eternatus and Crobat and maybe find that Cheryl to heal up. Ooh, so if they flip double, they hit both heads. I was hoping if they hit, like, double tails, then I could, like, use that Articuno to KO a Flaffy on the bench, and then, yeah, and then keep that Snorlax stranded, but, okay, this is still alright, because we can Lumineon for Cheryl if need be, but I'm going to Underworld Door first, so I hope we don't have to bench the Lumineon. So there's got plenty of energies in play, and we found the Cheryl off the final Underworld Door, so I can then Cheryl, clean up that Calyrex, and we only done 3 energies, so do not want to recycle yet, but we can Pal Pad back in Boss and Cheryl, and I'll Psy Laser in one shot, one of those Flaffies on the bench. Make my opponent's prize map a little tougher, and now if my opponent knocks out this Articuno, the game is over, because they'll have to, actually it won't, yeah, it would be, right? No, it wouldn't quite be over, because they still could go one-shot 2 prizer, one-shot 3 prizer, but they benched a Raikou. I don't know why they did that. Okay, that's, I mean, I know they're super low on energies, but I don't think that was necessary. So I think we have this one all. Unfortunately, we don't have enough energies to just be able to gust that Raikou down. So we will Lady for 4, and we had 9 energies left in deck still. This deck's kind of gas. So we're going to Underworld Door will thin out a Psychic Energy. Underworld Door again. Just will have the one with the Seal Stone in case my opponent tries to gust and trap it. And I really the only thing that can buy my opponent time is if they could use a Zekrom. They need like a Raihan though, because with only one Dynamotor. So we'll just max guys for the knockout, and yeah, we win this one. I don't know why last turn I thought that my opponent could still win. Yeah, we got this one, because even if my opponent takes a Calyrex, we still just take our final prize card. So we move on here. Going first. Again, this has been great. So opening hand, we're going to be mulliganing, which would have been a pretty poor hand had we not mulliganed. So I'm definitely content with that. This hand's amazing. Wow, this is awesome. Like, this is about the best hand you could possibly imagine, because I can get an Eternal Attachment, both Calyrexes down. Reggie's is not that bad of a matchup, because our plan is going to be to use Shadow Mist and with a Collapsed Stadium in play, and then my opponent cannot use Ancient Wisdom, because that Collapsed Stadium will be locked in play, and they can't attach energies from their hand, so they're slowly just going to duck out, because they won't be able to do anything. So we'll slowly just knock out their guys. So we just need to find that Collapsed Stadium next turn, and we should just be chilling. So we got both those Calyrex down. Pass the P right off the bat. It's very frustrating, but they bench a Ready Steel, so they have gotten already 3 Reggie down without playing a single Ball Search card or draw supporter. So definitely a very lucky start by my opponent. and a research, so no energy's gone though, so that's a pleasant sight. Ultra Ball, they got the Regice as well, so they need one more Regi and another energy attachment. Because they had Aurora and a gift energy, so there is the Regirock, Aurora. So they just need a Regigigas, and then they can knock us out, or not knock us out, they can pressure us on the first turn. And this screws everything up, because now we can't go for the Collapsed Stadium play. Darn it. This was not supposed to happen this way. Oh man, so we'll just be getting... Now this matchup goes really weird from here, because now we can't do our play, and we're really susceptible to just get one shot by Regigigases. I don't want to drop Collapsed Stadium just yet. I want to combine it with like a Marnie or Roxanne, so it really can do some damage, because right now, they just draw up their hand with the gift energy, and it wouldn't really do much. So we'll Underworld Door. Force Seal is a nice find. I will Underworld Door once again. Oh, Temple is busted. So we just Force Seal on the Calyrex. Yeah, one of these bench guys. I'll find an Air Balloon, and then I will drop the Temple of Sinnoh and take this knockout. And let's just hope that their one card hand is less than stellar, and they're hoping on this Lucky Energy to bail them out, or Gift Energy, excuse me. So, and we have Lady to refill our hand, or Skyla if we need to find another guy. Registeel is a good sign. That means they probably... research. I think they taught the research because they were content losing the Registeel because I went in hand. And they immediately find Stadium Bump too. Stormy Mountain is also insane for them because they can find their other Regidrago. Darn, never lucky. And there's a belt. If they knock out this Calyrex, we are in a horrible spot. That would be a completely bonkers 7-card draw. There's the shoe, digging a little deeper. So, there is a Regidrago. So they have the Ancient Wisdom, but Registeel is only doing 120, so not exactly big damage. So, just see a speed on the Regilucky. So, we're seeing a Heavy Slam, I guess, for 120. Yeah, not very great for my opponent, because they still need to use, like, even belted Drago doesn't reach out, so they have to use Regigigas regardless. So I don't... Oh, they're gonna retreat and use save a net to use Gigas again? I'm confused. Are they just gonna use Static Shock? They are, what? Okay. So I'm just gonna Lady. Fill my hand up with energies. And then start drawing some cards. It doesn't really matter. Like, playing Cheryl wouldn't have been worthwhile because they already have that belt on that benched Gigas, so it doesn't affect their math at all. I'm going to Ultra Ball out Espeon and the other Shadow Rider to thin out the deck. Grab the other VMAX. And then just Underworld Door one final time. Attach to... we'll Quick Ball out the Sky Seal, of course. Do not need that card. So then we'll Pyukumuku for one. Cheryl is a nice find, potentially. I will just... retreating is pointless. They have the belt on the bench, Drago. Don't want to evolve either, because it's quite easy for them to knock out that Calyrex. Be on the bench, we'll just Geist for the knockout. And... yeah, we need to go like a Roxanne collapsed play, and just hope that makes things difficult for my opponent, because they just Stormy Mountains for that other Regilucky. And yeah, they should just be able to easily take this knockout. They should need an attachment from hand with already having one twin down, which shouldn't be very hard at all. On a very rough spot. We have the Roxanne because of the Lumineon. You just need to be able to find everything. I don't know. There's a Gigaton break for the knockout. So we need to hope that this Roxanne really screws them up, because like we used Temple of Sinnoh early, and they top decked out of it. So, well, Stormy Mountains check the deck. Sure enough, Roxanne's in there. I'm going to... now Articuno is bad here. I need... because I don't have energies left to use Articuno. So I'm going to Underworld Door to that Calyrex. Quick Ball to thin. I should not have gotten rid of Wyrdeer. Wyrdeer is good, because I can use it to... I can throw it in the active spots and make my opponent's prize trade more complicated, but instead I'm going to have to put up a 3 prizer and make my opponents have to take 1 knockout to win instead of 2. So definitely a poor play on my part. So yeah, definitely should have used the Wyrdeer because it forces them to also have, they probably want to promote the Regidrago to find extra cards, and then they just can promote, by putting up the Wyrdeer, we'd force them to promote the Regirock. So definitely suboptimal play by my part. So we'd have to hope that they just break out for a couple turns, which is not very great for us. Because this gift is going to refill that hand, our Roxanne. Or maybe, so we have to hope that either they don't have very many stadiums left, and that can buy us some time that way, or we just need a stadium to really slow them down. So because they popped off so well, they were able to, we couldn't go for the Shadow Mist Collapsed play. And then things start to fall apart from there, and that misplay last turn is going to be pretty costly, I think. Because if we go for the Wyrdeer, my opponent's prize map is definitely a lot tougher, but now they just need, they could win the game this turn, theoretically. There is a quick ball out to the Serena for that Regigigas. That to the peak is very annoying. And there goes Pumpkaboo and 2 ball cards back and forth on the deck. So Marnie Path. So we just find an Ultra Ball, so not dead yet. Quick Ball, we can find that Regieleki, assuming they play a 3rd one. Dang. So my opponent is drawn very well this game. That top deck, where they top decked that Reggie Steel, I think won them the game. Because, like, if they have, if that's able to even get 1 more turn, I should, or I'd have a lot easier time here, but yeah, sometimes that just happens. You just draw out of, Okay, so we're gonna see a Giant Fangs, and I can use Cheryl, but I don't have any abilities, and having that Astral Radiance Regieleki is much better than Evolving Skies right now because I can't use Articuno to take this knockout. And I'm just going to go for the Lady, because my opponent just wins the game with Regigigas anyway, so I just kind of just have this Articuno. I don't think it really matters too much. Like, I could have gone for the Cheryl, but I wanted to save it just in case for the following turn if they missed. But they promote the Regigigas. They just need that Regidrago, which they have the other in deck. They just need a quick ball, capture energy, Ultra Ball, or just a dig. They have a 9-card deck. And it's 2nd from the mountains, so unfortunately we'll be taking the L. But I really wanted to show off that Collapsed Stadium playing the Reddies, but my opponent just high-rolled me so bad that game, but it's okay. We move on. And that's been it for Shadow Calyrex. Definitely a very cool list by Tord. He's always has been one of the greatest deck builders in the game, and I feel like this deck has a lot of potential. So if you want to run this deck yourself, the PC Joe import will be in the description below. If you have any questions about the deck, leave them in the comments, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. If there's any other decks you'd like to see, or just anything like that, you can leave them in the comments, or shoot me an email. It will also be in the description below. And yeah, I had a lot of fun making this video. I've always been sort of a Shadow Rider fan ever since back when, even when the Whorehouse days, like, it was oppressive to face, but it was sort of always fun to play. And it's definitely a very fun deck to play and expanded. But I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.